Hey everybody. So what I get asked most about in terms of bodybuilding is my diet, and specifically what I eat for protein. Do I prefer red meat or white meat? Well, it's pretty easy for me because I can't do red meat. It just doesn't agree with me. So I stick with white meat, that's chicken. Although, just gonna throw this out there, I love crocodile. It's just expensive, and so I can't eat it every day. So I eat chicken 4 meals a day. People ask me if I ever get sick of it, and I got to be honest, no, I don't, and it's because of the way I prepare it. Now I'm going to give you a quick little roller coaster ride here. When I started bodybuilding, I had braces, and so I used to use chicken breasts, and it hurt when I bit into them. So I changed to ground chicken. I'd put it in a wok and fried it and cooked it that way. And it just took too long because I'm standing over the wok for like 40 minutes, stirring it and stuff like that. So I changed it to a chicken loaf, and I spice it differently every time, but I do have my favorite way to spice it, and I'm going to show you that recipe right now. And what do we need? We need a big bowl to put the chicken, the ground chicken in. We need our spices. Now this recipe I call my Caribbean cinnamon chicken. So I have this great Cool Runnings Caribbean spice, and I have cinnamon, okay, ground cinnamon, and I have some lime juice, and I have my chicken. I have 4 packs of ground chicken, and let's start with that. So all we do is we dump the chicken in. There's a piece of paper here, so we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna do this real quick. One down. And we always make sure our hands are washed really good after this because, you know, chicken on hands, if you touch your mouth and stuff like that, you can get sick. So, and I just try to place it evenly in the bowl. And sometimes I actually put unsweetened cocoa powder in here, organic, and it's really good too, along with, believe it or not, a little coffee. It's not bad, and every once in a while I'll put in some cayenne powder, but I'm not in the mood for that right now. I'm sticking to the basics. Now this is really great spice. It's got a little kick to it. So there, that's the chicken in the bowl. Nothing special. I'm gonna actually move this around a little bit just so I can get the spice mixed in really easily. Okay, so it's like that, all right? And here we go. I don't even like touching the lid, so I'm just, ta-da. So here it is. I'm going to show you how much I put in because I don't actually measure it, and that's why it's different every time. There are other spices I use, but this is, like I said, the one I'm using today. So I coat the top so you can really not even see the chicken. And I'll show you how that looks. Okay. So as you can see, it's well coated. And I do the same with the cinnamon. Now it depends on your taste, how much cinnamon you like, and spice and, you know, stuff like that. So I do that. And this is how quick it is to make. Put the lid back on, and then lemon juice, which I absolutely love. And oh, it's tart. I love lime juice. Sorry, not lemon, lime. And this is about 1/3 of a cup that's left. So I'm just gonna dump it in, all of it. And that's sort of gonna act as a binder, and it's gonna help keep it moist. And then you got clean hands, and you just dig in and mix the hell out of it. Okay, and I'm just going from the outside and folding over toward the middle. Outside, fold over toward the middle, and I spin the bowl as I do it until it's all mixed in. And it only takes a second. And that cinnamon, it goes all over the place, so you're gonna be breathing it in probably a little bit, but whatever. All right. Now, we put this into a baking dish. I'll show you that in just a second. Just want to get this all mixed in. I do this all day, every day as a massage therapist, so. All right. And it came out of the fridge, so it's cold. My fingers are getting cold, but whatever. Okay, so it is moist, and it's getting stuck to my fingers a little bit, just a little. All right, so now we have like this big ball of chicken, and what are we gonna do with it? We are gonna put it and I guess 9 by 11. I don't even know the dimensions of this, but that's 4 packs of chicken, ground chicken, and it says each pack has how much? 454 grams of chicken in it. So times that by 4, multiply by 4. So now I'm just gonna put the dish down and dump the chicken in, like so. Chicken's gone. It's in here. And what we do is we smooth it out to make it a nice loaf evenly across. So I'm basically gonna take a spoon and just go like this. All right, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Spread it out. Just by chance, I learned that the meat I buy is halal, and it's treated the same as those other, and the ones that don't have any hormones or antibiotics, but it's a little bit cheaper. So I'm like, hello, McFly, no brainer. And now, and what this does, it actually makes it a lot easier to weigh as well, because you can cut it straight down the center and then across to make these little squares. And once you get used to it, you know approximately how big one square is. Now I eat 200 grams of chicken with each meal, and so I cut them into 200 gram squares when I put them in my prep packages. And okay, so this is the way it's going to look. There it is, nice little loaf. This pan, because it has enough juices in this, I didn't grease it. You don't need the extra grease or fat or oil or whatever you want to call it to put in here. So I've got this. I'm just going to throw it in the oven, and I'll be right back. All right, so it's in the oven. I've washed my hands, and my oven is meh. So I set it at 350 and I put it in for 40 minutes, and I come out and it's going to be perfect. And like I said, I cut it into 200 gram squares, and it ends up being, I'll show you, as my coworkers at work like to call it, a chicken brick on a stick, because I just stick a fork in it and eat it. It's delicious. It's quite delicious. The cinnamon's got a nice flavor to it, and the Caribbean spice has got some kick in it too. And I just enjoy it that way. Sometimes, depending how much lime juice you put in, you can taste the lime too. When I pull it out of the oven, I usually let it rest for at least 15 minutes before I cut it. And that way it soaks up some more of that juice that's on the bottom, and it's easier to cut. So there's the recipe for today, my Caribbean cinnamon chicken. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna post this on. I'll post this on my website as soon as I can. GregLenko.com under diet and recipes, I guess. All right, cheers.